After being here in Marina Chiapas for almost 2 weeks, it's finally time for us to go. We found a weather window and we're gonna take it. So we're not quite sure where we're headed yet, but we need to make a track north because we've already had one hurricane scare and we need to get out of this hurricane zone. So right now we're just waiting on our final inspection. The drug dogs are gonna come to our boats and search, and then we immediately have to throw off our dock lines and head out. We are on our way. The drug dogs were on time, and I snuck a quick picture with my phone. And we have our sails out. We have our full head sail out in our main, and we're doing about 5 knots. We have around about 9 knots of wind right now. It's right on the beam, so it's perfect sailing. We're feeling a little bit better going into this sail than our last one, and we hope all of our fixes hold. Feels good to be sailing again. Although I feel a little squishy. 2 weeks in a marina did me in, I think. What do you think, babe?
What do I think about what?
Our sailing.
It's pretty comfortable. If we could just do this for like 3 days straight, that would be great. Not have to touch anything. Maybe not have the engine die. No fuel issues. No transmission refills. It'd be great.
This is the kind of sailing I like. I'm able to work on my tan on the foredeck because the sea state is so nice. It's good stuff. Gary's got music playing. Yeah, soaking it up while it lasts. Yeah, life's good right now.
Caribbean. I love equal shakes. I
gotta get the food off the shirt because I'm gonna wear it for the next 3 days.
I think so, yeah.
We agree. Yeah. I mean, of the islands that
How is it?
It's like
Hold on, I need to heat it up more.
amazing.
Well, it's been a really nice day so far. It's about 5:30 p.m. now, and we're still sailing along. We motored for like the first hour out of the port, but then there was enough wind to put the sails up, and we've been moving along. We've only been doing about 4 knots, so it's slow going, but it sure beats motoring. The wind's starting to drop now as the sun sets. I think we'll probably have to furl in the Genoa pretty soon now, but we'll get a nice sunset hopefully, and hopefully we get a little bit of wind through the night. We've got around 200 miles to go still to Huatulco, which is our first potential stop. If we get some good wind and we're enjoying the sailing, perhaps we'll keep going and go another couple hundred miles up to Acapulco. But we'll see, just one day at a time. I think we're ready for some sundowners. Can we have sundowners, Brooke? No, we don't drink while we sail. But I might have like an iced tea and watch the sun go down.
Oh, I see something. What about Coke?
We have Coke?
We have Coke, thanks to Magnus.
Ah, let's get a Coke. Good morning. We are still motoring pretty much all through the night. There was only about 5 knots of wind and it was right on the bow. So we motored all the way through the night, and Brooke just woke up for her watch. I already put out the fishing lines and I'm gonna go down and get some sleep. Hopefully we'll get some wind in a good direction today and can sail again. It was a nice relaxing night though. No complaints.
It's like peeled out a ton of line.
I got my big Mahi. This one's yours. Making up line.
Yeah, I'm trying to take my shirt off so I don't get it dirty.
You see where the fish is?
Why don't you dive in and spear it? Okay. It's open. Yeah.
There's a wrapped on the rudder.
It's a little bigger than yours.
It might be.
Actually, this one's bigger. This might be the new record on One Life. Well, I just reeled in the biggest Mahi ever. I think it's bigger than Gary's from our last sail, and I'm pretty stoked I got it in. It really kicked my butt though. My little stick arms had some trouble getting it to the boat, but it's in now and it's huge. We're gonna go measure it. I wish we had a scale to see how much it weighs, but we don't, so we'll measure it instead. What's mine measuring at?
I got it actually. The biggest fish I've ever played. Wow, look at all that Mahi.
It's 11:30 now, and we caught the Mahi at around 8 a.m. So it took us 3.5 hours to get it, well, to get it on the boat, to get it filleted, vacuum sealed, and now we got the boat cleaned up. But I think it's time for Mahi lunch after I clean myself up. But we just put the head sail out. We're gonna try to sail a bit. It doesn't look like it's going so good though. We're only doing about 2.5 knots. It's okay, we still don't know where we're going, so we'll get there when we get there. I'm pretty stoked about this Mahi though, because I think that is the record on One Life right now. And the best part is I got to reel it in. What do you think about that, Garrison? Okay.
Well, the wind has piped up a bit this evening, and now we are bashing into it. We had some hatches open down below, and Brooke just got woken up by a wave crashing over the bow and splashing in there. So she's wiping everything off, and she's definitely awake now. But yeah, there's about 13 knots of wind, and we're making good speed now. We're pointed pretty much as high as we can, so we're just kind of heeled over and bashing into these waves. But hey, at least we can sail. It's better than motoring still.
I didn't want to wake up this way.
Oh, someone's a little tired from reeling in a big fish today.
We're flying now. Woohoo! It is night 2, and I just started my watch. And before Gary went to lay down, we pulled in the head sail and put out our staysail. It's a much comfortable ride with just our full staysail and full main out. Our head sail, we just heel over so much, so at night it's pretty uncomfortable, and especially it's blowing like 19, 20 knots right now. So we're just gonna take it easy through the night, and we're only doing about 4 knots, but we have about 68 miles to go. So we don't need to go that fast, and when the sun comes up again, we can reevaluate, see if we wanna put more sail up or what the conditions are. But for now, I'm just gonna listen to a podcast and keep an eye out for boats and fishing gear. Last night, I didn't see much at all on my watch, so I'm hoping it's another uneventful night. Update coming to you straight from One Life in the Pacific Ocean. We're still bumping around.
Go to bed.
It's 2 a.m. and it's Gary's watch. I'm really tired.
About 4 a.m. and I just came down from my watch. Brooke is up. She just took over. And something that we don't really talk about too much, and something that really probably doesn't come across in our videos, is just the struggle of sleep deprivation on these passages. With just the two of us, it's 4 hours on, 4 hours off, which really doesn't give you a chance for any long periods of sleep, especially if we need to change a sail or something. So we really only sleep for maybe an hour, maybe 2 at a time. And the second night seems to be the worst. The first night, you have plenty of energy because you got a good night's sleep before and you can pretty much stay up through the night. But the second night and into the third day is just pretty brutal. So I'm going to lay down and fall right asleep, and I'll probably wake up in about 2 hours when the sun comes up, and Brooke will get on the SSB and check into the radio net. But yeah, a third crew would definitely help. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera or not, but we just stuffed the bow into a wave, and that doesn't help with sleeping either. Good night.
Good morning. We are motor sailing and we see Huatulco in the distance. We're about 12 miles away, and we're trying to get data on our cell phone so that we can check weather to figure out if we want to stop or keep going. Right now it's pretty windy. We have 16 knots and it's right on the nose, so we're just kind of motor sailing, beating into it, which isn't ideal. Maybe it's best if we stop for a night, or if the weather's just gonna be like this for the next several days, then maybe we'll just keep going. Anyway, Gary's trying to figure it out now. But we just had breakfast, we had bacon, and that's always a good thing to boost our morale. Our fishing line went off, but we didn't hook whatever it was. I don't know. It seemed like it was something small. So, nothing too exciting. We are about 4 miles outside of the anchorage at Huatulco, and we finally got the weather to pull up. And we've made the decision to go ahead and pull in here for the next night or two. It looks like the winds are going to be right on the nose, 15 to 20 knots for the next couple days. And there is a spinny thing that is happening. Looks like it might be forming that will give us some good wind, hopefully to get all the way to Barra Navidad in a couple days. So we've decided to just rest for tonight and keep an eye on the weather for the next day or two. And hopefully we can get a little bit of a push from the spinny thing that will send us straight to Barra Navidad in a few days. Anyway, Gary might update you with that later because my weather routing isn't as good as his, but that's the best that I understand it. And we just dropped the hook. So we're here in a little bay surrounded by all these resorts. That looks like a good place to relax, and we have data, which means we'll be able to check weather, which is pretty important for us right now. All right, time for passage wine and beer and to get some sleep. Thanks for coming along on the sail with us, you guys. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.